When I was about 20 years old, I took my first solo road trip. I wanted to go to Yosemite National Park in Northern California. I decided to make it happen. I drove the 8 hours to Yosemite, and I will never forget the moment that I arrived into Yosemite Valley. I emerged from the Wawona Tunnel, which is Highway 41, and I had that famous tunnel view of Yosemite Valley. I remember laughing and crying at the same time, truly, for the rest of the drive into Yosemite Valley. I was completely overwhelmed and awestruck. And it was over the next 10 days, mainly in that moment though, I think that my love for national parks began. So we have national parks across our country, but I think it's very special that here in California, we actually have the most of any other state. We have 9 right here in California, many of which are only a few hours from Los Angeles. Now, the parks are not only for our recreation and enjoyment, but they are safe havens for wildlife, for endangered species. They are laboratories for scientific research. They are outdoor classrooms. They are so important. And I think most importantly, they belong to you and they belong to me. They belong to all of us. They're mostly free to access, and we must ensure their existence for the next generation as well. Today, I want to share with you a little bit about the history and the importance of our national parks. So when did they start? Where did they come from? The first park came in 1872, and that was Yellowstone National Park. I've never been there yet, but it is at the top of my list. It was in 1916, though, that the National Park Service was established. And that was when President Woodrow Wilson signed into law the National Park Organic Act. Now, the National Park Service would oversee and care for all of the things related to preserving our national parks. So the parks have been called America's best idea, which I love. Why are they our best idea? Well, there are many reasons. One of them is the crucial role that they play in combating climate change. Now, the forested areas, the trees and the grasslands and the wetlands, actually absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. And during this process, these carbon sinks lessen overall the greenhouse gas emissions in the atmosphere, which is pretty incredible. Now, other than this, of course, these are preservations for our biodiversity, endangered species, and of course, the beauty of the parks is intrinsically valuable to us. Not only do we get our souls fed from being in nature, in my opinion, but many studies have linked spending time in nature with improved mental and physical health. Many studies have linked spending time in nature to lower instances of depression, anxiety, stress, lower blood pressure, and increased cardiovascular health, which is another pretty incredible benefit. Now, despite the clear value that we receive from these areas of protected land, there are threats that the parks face. One of the threats they face is a lack of funding. Now, there are a few things we can do to help. One is we can donate to a foundation called the National Park Foundation. They are legitimate, and I have just began donating myself $5 a month to the National Park Foundation. You can donate as little as $1 a month or $1 one time. It all makes a difference, and it all goes to the maintenance and preservation of the parks. Another thing you can do if you feel called to is volunteer your time in the parks. The best way to go about it is to contact a park that you're interested in, one of maybe our closest parks, so Joshua Tree National Park, for example, or Channel Islands National Park. You can go on that park's website and you can find volunteer opportunities on their website that are specific to that park. And they can involve anything from giving tours to helping with maintenance to working in the visitor center with the young rangers. There's so many things that you can do. So I hope you've gained a glimpse into the wonders of our beautiful, incredible national parks. They are essential. They are wildlife sanctuaries, and they're really irreplaceable treasures that connect us all to ourselves and to each other and to the natural world more deeply. And we all deserve to feel that connection. I'll leave you with a quote from John Muir. This is from his book, The Yosemite, and it reads, "Everybody needs beauty as well as bread, places to play in and pray in, where nature may heal and give strength to body and soul alike." Thank you.